and I'm very proud to announce that we will start an MVP, the build of a minimum viable product in October for a long-standing problem. The goal of our project, and so of our minimum viable product, is to exchange recent salary data automatically via Solid. Why am I so proud to announce that we are building a minimal viable product? Well, we know for a long time that there is a big need for actual salary dates within the Flemish government, but also in other governments. But no one has yet stepped forward to address this problem, and that is because of the complexity to assemble the data. It was a few years ago that a local city came to us with the question to help them to determine which civilians in the city has a right for an extra subsidy, a monthly pay. And at that time, we told them, very sorry, but you really need actual salary rates, and we are not convinced that we can take the responsibility to give you the solution to that problem. But then why are we building a minimal viable product in October for this problem? We have learned through our work within the Flemish administration, and especially with the cooperation with the agency who is responsible for the child benefits program in Flanders. We saw that that program is highly automated. So within the program, every child in Flanders gets an amount of money. And if there are special needs, for example, if the family has a low income, they get an extra amount of money each month. And we saw that that program is, as I said, highly automated. So people don't have to apply for if there are extra needs or something, they don't have to apply for it. But there is one big exception, and that is because of the lack of actual salary date. If your salary has known a decrease between now and 2 years ago, there is no data. So as a citizen, you have to apply for the extra amount of money, but you have to do it manually. So you have to provide the government with a PDF or a photo of a paper to prove that the last 6 months your income was below a certain threshold. So we learned that for citizens, it's a difficult process for citizens, but also for the administration, because on their side, they also have to process all the documents manually. So we learned that the need is really, really big. And together with them, we thought, well, let's try it and let's explore the different possibilities for a solution, even though nobody else has done that yet. So we just started and with a good partner, and we just started, and we will see where it goes. Secondly, why are we starting a minimal viable product in October? It's because at a certain moment we thought that the solid solution was a good solution technically for this data exchange. Solid aims to give citizens control on their personal data, so citizens can give consent to third parties to reuse data. And that data doesn't have to be in one database. It can be decentralized because it works on the principle of linked data. So we thought, well, that is a very interesting technology. And in the same time, there is a program within the Flemish government. It's called Sandbox Flanders. And it's a call for projects from civil servants which are innovative. And we thought it was a good idea to apply. Why? Because you have to pitch project, and that is in an event with a lot of people and also with a lot of decision makers. So through that event, we could give a lot of visibility to our project, not only with a broad interested public, but also with those decision makers on the first hand, and on the second hand, it allowed us, because we were selected, that allowed us um, to get some time, to use some time to do a proof of concept, and to see if our assumptions that Solid is a good technology for a problem, that those are true or false, and they appear to be true. So because of Sandbox Vlaanderen, we got the visibility, but we got also a little bit of time to explore what we were thinking. And then the third thing we consider as crucial to start our minimal viable product in October is that our minister president decided to create a data utility company. It's close to the government, but it's not government. The goal of the data utility company is to make sure that there is more data exchange within sectors, but also between sectors. So it aims to be a neutral party in between ecosystems for more data exchange. Governmental data, but also private data. With the creation of the data utility company, there was an opportunity for us to pitch also our project, because Solid is one of the main goals within the data utility company to make sure that the data exchange will happen in a safely way. So there was an opportunity to embed our project within a more broad initiative, and we made a business case. And because we could do that within the data utility company, we could investigate more the goals, the costs, but also the benefits for the administration, for the government. But also we could learn that not only the government is interested in that data, also banks, but real estate, they are also interested, because for loans, but to check if a potential renter can buy the monthly rent, they also need payslips of citizens. So we learned that the goals from the private sector, but also from the public sector, are very, very similar. It is just a user-friendly process, less operational costs, so no more need to process the data manually, but also a check on the authenticity of the data, and last but not least, GDPR compliance, because now people have to share entire payslips, while the organization with a service mostly just needs one or two numbers on the payslip. So we will succeed to share less data for more service. So we learned that the goals are actually quite similar, and because of the interest of the private sector, we also learned that there is a return on investment, because one big part of this project I have not mentioned yet is that we also need data providers, and they need a win as well. And the data utility company gave us the opportunity to look at this project from a broader ecosystem, in which we could also create a win for data providers, so we can complete the chain from data providers, citizens, but also data consumers. So that was a really big opportunity within a data utility company, and that would have been much more difficult just within the Flemish administration. So if you ask me, what are the crucial factors that have made the fact that make sure that we could evolve from a problem we knew, but thought, let's just not begin with that, to a concrete project with a minimal viable product, and also the confidence that if we are ready with the minimal viable product, that there is a demand to go really to production and to really deliver a service to different parties who are willing to pay for it. So first of all, we just started from a very naive but really convinced. So we were very naive, but very convinced. So we kept on going. We just thought, just go for it, and we'll see where it ends. Secondly, we gave a lot of visibility to the project, and by doing so, we bought ourselves time to explore Solid as a solution. And thirdly, we structurally embedded the project within an initiative with a broad supported base. So, voila. Thank you.